She hit different when I'm in it. Hit the block about my baby, I'ma spin it. Keep a Glock about my baby, she consistent. If I fuck up, guaranteed that I'ma fix it. And she riding out, she ain't gotta worry about these hoes, she know what I'm about.
What's up, everybody? It's Alex Noel, and I'm again back at Soundlink Studios. I have the amazing, wonderful Big Maddie Mad in the studio with us tonight. She's gonna talk about a new track she's working on. I'm gonna get into it, see what she's got going on. How you feeling tonight, Maddie?
I feel good, and I'm excited to be here. It's just like home, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what studio, like long as I'm doing something with music, I'm home, so it feels good.
Awesome. So Maddie told me before I got on here, I'm about to put you on blast. She ain't did an interview in a minute, but we're gonna make her feel good. We're gonna find out some things about Maddie.
Yeah, let's do it.
First, I'm gonna tell everybody earlier, we was in the car, we was talking. You was telling me you were raised in the church. So many people musically are raised in the church.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about how that shaped your music today.
Okay. Yep, I am the good old PK, the pastor's kid. So my daddy, growing up, was a pastor. He was actually the music pastor. So I grew up basically in the church band and in the church choir. I played like 5 different instruments. I moved around and learned them at church and was singing. And I actually started rapping at church. Like my dad used to write raps for me, and I would memorize them, and I would come out and I would rap my little rap on Easter Sunday and stuff.
That's so adorable.
That's really what started me on music. I'm talking about when I was like 9.
Now, when you was in church, did you have a church rap name that you went by, or did you just go by?
I was just Maddie. I was just Maddie. You know, I was rapping for the Lord back then. So.
You know, it's always for the Lord. Even when you rapping today, it's still for Him, right? So you were talking about playing instruments. What's your favorite one that you played?
My favorite one is the drums, and that's the one that I'm the best at. Mm-hmm. Girl, I used to swear my goal in life was to be Beyonce's drummer. Because, you know, Beyonce has an all-female band.
Yeah.
And I just knew. Well, first I knew I was going to whatever school Nick Cannon went to in drumline. And then I knew after, you know, I graduated from drumline school, I was going to go be Beyonce's drummer.
Yeah. You could be Beyonce's drummer. Maybe in 10 years you might think like, hey, now I'm not doing music like this. I want to go play a drum for Beyonce. Maybe. And she'll be doing a residency in LA. You'll be right there with her. You heard it right here, Beyonce. Maddie wants to play the drums for you. So which is your favorite drum to play?
Just like I'll play the whole set. Like the whole drum kit. So it's not like one drum.
Well, see, I thought I knew a little bit.
It's okay.
You know, I thought there was like a snare drum, like and the 808 is
well, no, you're right. Cause like if you go to if you're like in the marching band and stuff, you would play a different one. So I guess I would say the snare. But I like to play like with a band, like not just by myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your favorite song, or better yet, what's the first song you learned on the drums?
Oh, girl, I was 9, so I don't know. It was church. It was a lot of Fred Hammond.
So it was a church song.
Yeah, it was a church song
you learned.
It was a lot. It was probably like Glory to Glory or Stomp. Y'all remember Stomp?
Yes, Stomp. I do remember that one. Your dad had the church rocking.
Oh yeah.
Daddy had the church rocking.
Oh, yeah. It was lit. For sure.
So you said you do choir. Mm-hmm. Earlier during your song, she recorded White Toes with me earlier in the studio. You were saying you could do like 8 different harmonies, right?
Yeah, I get a little excessive, but I was just telling you like you hear where the church is coming in, right, while I'm recording it, because if I'm singing, like I'm gonna need the engineer to give me like at least 5 tracks, because I'm gonna find every single harmony possible to throw on there. And that definitely comes from like being in the choir, because you know there's different parts in the choir, whether you're like soprano, alto, tenor, whatever.
Right.
So that definitely pours into what I'm doing now.
Okay, so we talked about church being your inspiration, but let's talk about your inspiration for White Toes. Who'd you write the song for? I know who she wrote the song for, but I'm about to...
That's fine. I wrote the song for my baby, my girlfriend, Bree. And, girl, you have me blushing.
Y'all see it first.
That song about her. Anytime y'all hear me making a love song, it's her. So y'all can just thank her for them captions and everything I'm giving y'all.
What about Bree inspires you to do the tracks that you do about her, because they are always so positive, and you do share a little bit of relationship problems, because every relationship isn't perfect. Like, let's be real. What about her really makes her your muse for music?
I mean, she's my muse for everything. So like, it's only gonna feed into my music. Like, when I make my music, I don't make the same kind of music I feel like most females are making. And we need the music that most females are making, but I just am, anything that I make, you know exactly what's going on in my life. And so it's just, that's how I can even create. Like, I might have had like a bomb, like even with that song that I just recorded, I just had a bomb day like with my girl, and that night it literally just will come. I might be driving home and I get a hook in my head, and it's like, babe, I'm gonna go record this real quick, and she's just sitting upstairs waiting, just waiting. She don't know if it's a song about her, and then I come up, and within the first line she just get to smile and listening to it. So it's cool, because I need to be able to combine my real life and my music life. So
what do you find hardest about being so vulnerable in your music and kind of letting people in that side of you?
I don't find anything hard with that. I don't care. Like, not that I don't care. I don't like, I'm an open book as far as I want you to know I am, you know what I mean? So it's not difficult. It's difficult in the fact that I might not make a club song. Right. Because I'm talking about, like love, or it might be slowed down. You know what I mean? Or I might be talking about some real life shit that I'm going through and trying to figure out how to get the next meal for my kids. And that's not, it doesn't always translate into like a radio record. Okay. So in being vulnerable, it's like you can open yourself up to not the norm, or not the popular shit that's gonna get put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a lane for that, because I will say, like, lately I've been like just so tired of what I hear on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, okay, like I can turn to this station, the same thing gonna play on that station. I've been in the car for an hour, I've heard the same song 3 times. Yeah. So I really look for artists like yourself that's offering something different, that's giving me a different perspective on life to listen to, because, girl, it's only so much radio songs I can listen to in a day before I be like, oh my God, I'm going crazy over here. So you were saying earlier you have kids. So how do your kids inspire your music?
Oh man, my kids are probably, besides music being the thing I'm most passionate about personally, they are definitely my biggest inspiration, just because I have to show them, like, I have to make all the nights that I'm not with them worth it. Yeah. All the things that I can't buy for them worth it. Yeah. Because I'm pursuing something. You know what I mean? And I want them to know that literally whatever you want, just do it, and you can do it. So, like, I can't lose, because, I mean, at the end of the day, they just gonna know that I did what I wanted, how I wanted, and just went for it. You know what I mean? So they're huge inspiration.
Do they ever like watch your music videos or anything like that?
Yes, they love it. They what do they call themselves? So they have their own rap names. They have a rap song I could play for you. It's called Chocolate and Cheese. Chocolate and cheese. Chocolate and cheese. They be like, Mommy, can we make a song this weekend? I'll be like, oh, adorable. So they love it. They love it. They be watching. I have a tattoo on my arm right here. So my son was asked. It was from their little Mother's Day project, and they had to say what they love about their mom. So he wrote in the book, and I got it tattooed exactly how he wrote it, and it says, she's nice and she is rapper and she loves me.
That is super cute.
So like, he loves to tell all his friends, and he be showing his teachers, unfortunately, my TikToks and stuff, and he'd be like, Mommy, my teacher follows you on TikTok, and I'm like, oh my. Like, no, I'm supposed to be a regular mom when I pick you up from school. Instead, I'm picking them up from daycare, and they yelling at, be ready, man, when I'm picking them up.
That's But see,
But
you
it's
know,
cool.
support starts at
Yeah.
home. If you don't have a good support system at home, you can't. If they don't believe you at home, they're not gonna believe you in this
Yeah.
world. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, if they were probably like teenagers, they would be probably super embarrassed and not want anybody to know. So it's cool. Like, I got them while they're young. On
Since
it.
you got them while they're young.
I got them while they're young.
I know that's
By
right.
the time
'cause
they're a teenager, they'll be used to it.
my 8-year-old told me today that he goes on my YouTube and watches my videos,
Yeah.
so that made me feel good. So I really connected with you when you said that. I was like, you really did.
But my son, he really be listening, and he'll come ask me questions like, "Mommy, did this really happen?" from a song, and I'd be like, "Oh shit." Now we
you
gotta have
gotta-
this conversation,
Right.
Which is fine. Like that's cool because something that my favorite kind of music is music that makes me want to have a conversation about something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I love music that makes you feel good and hype and turn whatever, have a good time. But if I listen to a song and I'm like, damn, I gotta talk. I gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
Then you know that's real life, like doing something for somebody.
To make you have a conversation, I really like that. But that's also how you keep it alive because it's a conversation starter. I love a good conversation starter. So let me ask you, since that's what you think, which one of your songs do you feel like creates the best conversation starter for you? It's like a song you can just run to and be like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I have this song called Church. I don't know if you've heard it, but literally the first words is, the church raised me, then turned around and played me. 19 when I lost my first baby. That's literally how the song starts. And you know, it was dope, and I already had a lot of it's a very personal, very, very personal song. I got a choir on it and stuff. It's cool.
Oh, that's dope. I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah, there's a video out to it. You can actually watch it, and my kids are in it.
That's cute.
But when I was recording that song, I had my previous manager, and her boyfriend was actually the engineer that recorded it for me. And she ended up having a conversation with him, telling him about an experience in her past, just because of something I said in the song.
Oh,
you know,
that's
and not to be
powerful.
specific to put anybody's business out there, but
Right.
and I was like, y'all never, that was a conversation they hadn't had and might not have ever had if I wouldn't have made this song.
Right.
And it was like, oh shit, like you really, and it was just from my story. And so it's like just knowing that there might be somebody out there that has gone through even one similar experience to me that feels something. I've had people tell me that they just cry when they listen to that song.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
See,
So-
now I'm like, now I want to play it now.
We can play it later. I got the video for it, and it was, yeah, so that's the song. It's called Church.
Church.
It's going to be on the next tape too. It's out on all platforms, but it's going to be on the tape.
I'm really excited to watch the video. You heard it right here. Maddie has the video out for Church. I definitely think it's something we need to listen to because it sounds like it is going to be a good conversation, something that we women can really sit down and really talk about. It sounds like some hard topics that aren't really easy for a lot of women to have, and you were able to put that in your music. How do you really, when you talk about things that have happened to you that affected you negatively emotionally, like in this song you talk about a time where you were almost evicted. In Church you talk about possibly losing a child. You know what I'm saying? How do you make it and get in the booth and go and talk about those things without breaking down?
I think if I didn't go in the booth and talk about it, then I would break down.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you, I know people say this and it's so corny and sounds so cliche, but music is 1000% my therapy.
Yeah.
Anything that I cannot get out of my head or make sense of on my own or communicate to somebody else, I can just make a song. And once I make that song, it's like I released it from myself. So it just is what it is, because if I was to perform it, I don't feel like I would get emotional or anything, because I think about the positive impact that it can have on people and the conversations that it can start for other people.
Not can, but has already.
Yeah, has
See,
already.
Has already.
Yeah, so.
And so have you ever performed Church out?
I actually haven't. I actually haven't. I put church out right before I kind of slowed down and took a little break. So I haven't.
So now I'm about to get in your business. What caused you? What made you take a break? What made you take a
Real
pause?
life,
Yeah.
man, real life. In like anybody that knows me or has followed my music career so far knows I was hot. I just jumped out hot and heavy, real hot and heavy. And you know, there's no regrets for anything that I did, but I had to eventually significantly slow down.
Yeah.
And just kind of take a break. And I just was really focused on my family and just getting myself situated.
Yeah.
Situated, because you know, you can go from rags to riches. You can go from riches to rags.
I like y'all heard that. You can really say that again.
Yeah,
rags
you can
to
go
riches.
from rags to riches, but you can also go from riches to rags, and you can do them both.
And they can be a continuous cycle.
A revolving door.
And so we're working on some things outside of what we're doing today, Maddie. Go ahead and tell everybody what you do for a living, because I think what you do for a living is super dope.
So nobody ever expects this to come out of my mouth, but I'm a web developer.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a nerd. Go ahead with the comments. But no, I build websites. So like I build custom websites. Like I actually code them. So that's what I do. And different kinds of marketing strategies and stuff like that for businesses.
So when I learned that, Maddie, I was like, that makes so much sense, because it's just like, being a web designer, I think is one really, really hard. I think it's a really hard thing to do. But what I think is amazing in that it allows you to be creative in your personal life. And it's like creativity just surrounds you. It's like you can't help but be creative.
Yeah, for real.
So where do you really think that creativity comes from? Do you think it's a generational thing?
For sure. My dad, like I said, did music. He was the lead singer, and he played the keytar. You know what the keytar is?
The one with the
piano, but it's like this, like you hold it like a guitar. So, and my mom is super creative artistically, like she paints and she's a photographer and stuff like that. So it definitely just runs in the family, I think. So.
And now your boys, what do you think they're?
They can sing.
They can.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta have a little Chris Brown.
They can sing, both of them, But my oldest, he's gonna be an athlete. He is like ridiculously athletic. My younger one, opposite. So maybe you know.
He's gonna be the musician.
He'll be an engineer, doctor.
Now, do you play sports at all?
I did in high school. I played basketball all through high school.
Okay. I can see we got quite a few basketball players that I done did interviews with. I've seen the correlation.
Girl, if I got out there now, I'll be out of breath.
Well, don't even get me started. All right, Maddie, so now we're at my favorite part of the interview. I'm gonna ask my favorite question. If you could tell your fans, your followers, the people that want to get to know you, something they don't already know about you, what would they need to know?
Something they don't already know. Well, I would just have to say to get ready. So there's a lot of shit coming. I actually have an exclusive thing for you. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna let you read these texts.
Ooh, y'all know exclusive shit only. Alex Noel, Big Maddie Mad, exclusive shit at SoundLink Studios.
So
here we go.
make sure you say who I'm texting with, right?
Okay.
And then I'm sure we'll go back and talk about who it was. And I'm sure you'll chop all this up, but just read it and go through there, and you're gonna get your answer.
Okay, these messages is coming from DJ Swamp Izzo, and y'all already know that is a legend out
Cash
here.
Money Records, Rich Gang, Blue Flame, House Resident DJ.
She said, "Hey Swamp, is it okay to put it out there that you are managing me?" Y'all heard it here first. Swamp Izzo is officially Big Maddie Mad's manager.
Let's go.
Sis, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's big.
Huge.
That is
Huge.
awesome, Maddie.
Huge.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yo, that's some real. So there's something y'all don't know. Y'all need to know. Swamp Izzo, tap in. This is new artist, Big Maddie Mad. Soundlink Studios.
You heard it first. You heard it here first.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Maddie.
Thank you. Literally nobody
Shit.
knows. Literally nobody.
That's a good one.
I wish he would have been here so we could have
Yeah,
he
but
could have told y'all,
but I'm excited. I'm so excited, Maddie.
That's huge. Huge.
All right, one last time, Maddie. Tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram, social media platforms.
Okay, y'all can find me everywhere at Big Maddie Mad on IG. At TikTok, it's gonna be at Big Maddie Mad _. Twitter, Big Maddie Mad. YouTube, Big Maddie Mad. Big Maddie Mad, everything real big.
Everything real big. They arguing about the biggest. She gonna be the biggest. Managed by Swamp Izzo. Let's go.
It's
up.
Really up from
It's only up.
If I fuck up, guarantee that I'ma fix it. And she riding now, she ain't gotta worry about these hoes, she know what I'm about. Curdy bitches tell them gonna find their ass another route. Gave my baby a bag today, told her to get out the house. No, I hate to see you pout, water on water. I do what I wanna, I can't splash alone, I'ma trip you in designer. When I'm in it, if the block about my baby, I'ma spin it. Keep a Glock about my baby, she consistent. If I fuck up, guarantee that I'ma fix it. And she riding out, she ain't gotta worry about. Ladies be so crazy. She hit different when I'm in it. If the block about my baby,
You look like you could be more like my brother's sister than I do.
Baby, she consistent.
I told Josh that the other week. I was like, she looks like she could be Sam.